Here's McDice. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
On the wing, Thompson. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set a pick from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. Gordon outside. And so it's John Wall making highlights for the Nuggets. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
On the court for the Nuggets, Trey Mann out there with Glenn Robinson. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's McDice in at the 5 spot.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Rockets trail by 7. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, B.A. Well, Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Back to you guys.
He plays without fear. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Out to the right wing. Back to Robinson. Outside man. Over Anthony. Man misses. And Williams has got the ball here for the Rockets. They trail by 9. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver. Thompson's shot is off.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
To the inside. Here's McDice. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players. So if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Now here's Thompson. Playing Detroit, he was nearly unstoppable. Outside Murray. Houston working the ball around. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get off a shot. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Murray's got 6.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Ewing. It's hauled in by Houston. And here's Wallace. No made baskets yet. Here's Thompson. They kick it out to Murray. Wallace outside. Here's Pekovic. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
What I want to know is where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
Here's McGrady. Avdia from outside. Counted from distance. Avdia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And the bucket is good. And it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Thompson scanning the floor. From downtown, McDice with a rebound. The Nuggets lead by 11. Here's Hornacek. Off the outside. They get it back. Ewing. And he goes in for the dunk.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's what the Houston Rockets have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they head out on the road to face the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder.
And for that game against the Heat, seems like the season's flying by as that's already their 10th contest of the year. The pecking order in the league starting to take shape.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Houston. Walker comes in for Williams. So David Adams decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Robinson, he's checked in for Livers. On defense, Houston. It's a 13-point game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Wallace with it. Yet to see a basket. Murray from outside. He drops it from range.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
Here's McGrady. Defended by Thompson. Ball for three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Houston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Thompson passes to Wallace. Outside Murray. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. And there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight. The Nuggets lead by 9. Here's McGrady. Wall looking over the floor. To the middle. Here's Ewing. Rockets with a rebound. Pass to Wallace. Outside Murray. Out to Thompson. There's the 3. Rebounded by Denver. Ewing's got rebound number 8 now.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Shot from 12. Wall, no good.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Wallace, pass to Murray. Now here's Thompson. Back to Murray. Let's go with a 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Left side Wall. Pass to Ewing. 5 on the clock. They still need this. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Denver leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with PJ Washington.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Man, I just love his attitude. That's always up there and always just great. He's mixing it up down there.
Changing gears now. And that's a wrap on half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Rockets trail by 6. We've got Murray, Cason Wallace out there with Amin Thompson. Then there's Jarris Walker, and it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
McDyess, good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Wallace, the pass to Murray. And here is Thompson. Sabonis, right side. And rejected. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Nuggets lead by 5. Outside wall. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Wallace outside. Thompson outside. Wallace outside. Back to Thompson. Fires the 3. McDyess with a rebound.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Pass to Wall. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. And it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
A workmanlike approach from John Wall. Tries to make every possession count.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Wallace up top. The 3 from Thompson. And it's Denver with a rebound. Ewing's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he can't hit the second. Rockets trail by 9. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Murray. The 3 ball. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Thompson. Outside Walker. Sabonis with a screen on Green. Clock at 6. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Ewing's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside Wall. Launches a 3. Fires in the triple. Wall's got 6 points in the quarter.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Thompson. Launches it. Another 3 from Houston.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Rockets making a change here. Williams is checked in. And Denver making a change here. Pass to Wall to the left wing. Here's Person. Offensive rebound. Ewing. And that one is stuffed right through. And he's now got the double-double.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Here's Person. Walker covering. Throws it up high. And it's hammered home by Green.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Rebounded by Denver. Ewing's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. PA?
It's getting interactive. All right, Allie, thank you. Wallace, left side. Just 5 on the clock. Murray for 3, and Wall pulls it down. And here's Wall. He'll bring it up for Denver. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. This one for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball. And let's take a look now at how the shots have been divided up between 3s and 2s for the Rockets.
Yeah, plenty of shots raining down from outside the arc. They're stretching out the defense and forcing them to leave the inside unprotected, which only makes it easier to get to the hoop.
Right there. Here's Thompson, and he makes it.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Denver leading by 11. Outside man. Pass to Spates. Puts up a 3. On target from range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Anthony outside. No good with the triple.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Opti outside. On the wing man. Fires the 3. Rockets with a rebound. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter here. On the wing, Thompson. Here's the 3. Abdia pulls it in.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Left side Wall. Releases. Again, Denver scores.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for the Nuggets, they've got Trey Mann, and it's McGrady in at the 2. Thompson outside. Pass to Anthony. Now here's Thompson. No good from outside. Here's McGrady. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Now here's Thompson. Not a lot of room. That one's good for 2.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
The simple bounce pass works at any level, including the highest level.
Rockets trail by 19. Pass to Pekovic. Thompson with a screen for 3. Anthony. Rebounded by Denver. Ewing's. Denver's gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Here's Spates. Here's Person. Shoots a fadeaway. Here's Mann. Drains the triple. Mann's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Watch the pick. It's raining, baby.
Pick, that's all you.
Mayo. And 1. Let's go.
Shot.
Blue. Yo, right here.
Coming. Hey, yo, what you doing?
T-Mac.
Timeout.
I got your help.
On the way. McGrady.
I got your help.
Whoa.
Don't wait for me.
You can't
trying
stop
out here.
me.
Yeah, fire it up. Yeah, player. Big dice.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set. We've got a battle of the big men inside, Clark. Both teams with talented front courts.
Well, these teams rely heavily on their 4 and 5 guys, Kevin. It's going to be, I think, a lot of fun to watch. So keep that isolated cam on the paint area. That's where most of the action is going to take place.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Backhouse out there with Anderson Varejao. Then there's Jennings. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Exum in at the 2 spot. Now here's Exum. And here's Jennings outside. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
And everybody knows that Jennings is very comfortable and confident as a catch-and-shoot guy. He only needs just a little bit of time and space to make it happen.
Beasley with covered by Stackhouse. Pass to Shaq. Nails the baby hook.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Jennings wide open. That 3 off the mark. Jennings against Williams. Pass to Ryder. Here's O'Neal. It's stolen by Capella. Outside Jennings. Up top, Exum. It's back to Jennings. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jennings has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pacers.
Outstanding range from the point guard Jennings. He's a terrific shooter from long range.
Shaq with a screen on Varejao. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Capella. Stackhouse against Beasley. Pass to Exum. Outside Jennings. Lets the 3 fly. And the Pacers another 3. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Indiana.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Exum passes to Jennings. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Beasley has the ball here for the Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. Many players, Clark, can drive in and step back, but few do both as well as Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. He's special in that regard, and sometimes he can do both of those things in the same play, even multiple times. I mean, he's a ball-dominant guy, but he's got special scoring ability. His footwork is a big part of it, his ball handling, and his size. I mean, his size is deceptive, I think underlooked sometimes in how he's able to do what he does with the basketball.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Start. That's always a good sign.
Here's Exum. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. Here's Jennings. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 4th assist in this one.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Vancouver making a switch here. Nene's checked in. And Indiana with a change here too. Charles Oakley. He's checked in for Anderson Varejao. Indiana on D. Ryder, then the pass to Nene. Williams against Stackhouse. 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. O'Neal's got 6.
He's still young. Big personality for a big man, O'Neal. A bunch of fun to watch go to work inside.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, Kevin. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here is Williams after Indiana gets the 3. On the wing, Williams. Still without a basket. Screen by O'Neal. Vancouver needs to get off a shot here. But 3. Williams can't hit. Pacers leading by 8. Jennings dishes to Exum.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Jennings looking over it. Capella sets a screen for Jennings. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Exum. Pass to Stackhouse. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Stackhouse has got his second basket of the night.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Ryder, then the pass to Williams. Vancouver working the ball around now. Shot clock at 3. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Pacers with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they had some memorable battles last season. Let's hope for more of the same here tonight.
You know, I expect tonight to be a really good close game, guys. They split the season series last season. And you look at these teams, 2 conference foes with very similar capability.
Here's Nene. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Outside Jennings. To Exum from downtown. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Good job using that big body to carve out space and snatch that rebound.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more in store for you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got Quincy Pondexter. Konkak is out there with Van Horn. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Anderson in at the point guard. Now here's Stoudemire. Stolen by Anderson. Inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Stoudemire, and that is good.
Man, I like watching Stoudemire stroke it from behind the arc. Has a nice touch on these deep shots.
Here's Van Horn. Latch covering. Anderson in the post. Working on Stoudemire. Anderson can't get it to go. Ryder, then the pass to Stoudemire. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. From outside, off the mark. Pacers leading by 13. Anderson inside. Pass to Exum. Here's Van Horn. Latch covering. Shot clock at 5. They set the pick. Hits the three-point bomb. Van Horn's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Indiana. Jennings comes in for Anderson. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at Shaquille O'Neal. He'll be a starter if things stay the way they are now. He's sitting at the 4th position in the Eastern Conference voting.
And I hope they do stay that way. He's been so good this season. It really would be a shame if he missed out on a spot in the starting 5 for the East.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. That one falls. Stoudemire's got 5 points so far.
And Stoudemire has that silky smooth jumper, gets it off so quickly.
Clark, you've been in this game a long time, and you know some teams don't hit their stride until deep into the season.
That's exactly right. I mean, and it really just depends. I don't know how many times we've said a team looks awful in the first month of the season, then they come back and make a push into the playoffs. So it's a journey. It's an evolving journey as to how teams develop.
Here's Stoudemire following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Prince setting a pick for Beasley. And it's Quincy Pondexter with the foul. That's his first foul. Nene, he's checked in for Prince. And Indiana with the change here, too. Stackhouse is checked in. Beasley outside. Pass to Shaq. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 16 feet away. And it's Stoudemire missing.
Operating from mid-range. That's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And Stackhouse kicks to Exum. And here's Jennings outside. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 6 assists in the game. Vancouver trails by 19. Pass to Ryder. The 19-foot shot. Bank shot. No good. Indiana's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. There's Jennings with the 3. And the rebound goes to Nene.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Beasley outside. A nice shot by Shaq. O'Neal's got 8.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
There's Jennings with the 3. Again, Jennings missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And make no mistake about it, Kawhi Leonard-Clark can still take over a game.
Yeah, it's all about him being healthy. I mean, when he's healthy, he is unstoppable. The mid-range game is platinum level. He can make threes. His strength, driving to the basket and finishing, is so underrated, but clearly obvious, because it seems like guys just bump off of him, fall off of him, and he goes to the rack with force.
Launches a 3. Jennings with another miss.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
Ryder, then the pass to Stoudemire. Lobbed up there. Oh, Shaq climbs the ladder.
Perfect setup for O'Neal on the alley-oop, giving the young player room to do his thing.
Pacers leading by 15. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Grizzlies. Williams comes in for Stoudemire. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Indiana. .114 left in the first half of the game. Williams passes to Ryder. O'Neal sets the screen for Beasley. It's tipped. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Ryder's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Exum finds Jennings. Again, Jennings missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to O'Neal. O'Neal is doubled. Here's Ryder, covered by Stackhouse. O'Neal a screen on Jennings. The offensive rebound. O'Neal literally bending the rim with the power.
You know, even when you try to box out Shaq, he's still capable of grabbing the board. He's really just a hard, difficult matchup.
Jennings against Williams. And here's Jennings to the middle. With 1 on the clock. Oh, Clark, it went in! Count it!
Yeah!
Oh, incredible buzzer beater there, guys. This crowd is going wild.
And so it's Indiana going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. You've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start.
Oh, man, when you can't defend the 3, it's painful to watch.
We talked about staying connected to shooters. This is what happens when you don't. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
I've got a good idea for who I want to see make the cut. So far, these results are close, but I know what I'm thinking. It's right there, Shaq.
That's why this is a democracy, Kenny. One person doesn't get to choose.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We're seeing a tremendous game from Brandon Jennings.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. We've got Shaquille O'Neal. Beasley out there with Williams. Then it's Williams. And it's Ryder in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Thomas Isolo as we begin the second half. Ryder, good.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Jennings against Williams. Fires from deep. And the Pacers another 3.
Stackhouse extremely confident as a three-point shooter, but that was from extended range.
Here's Ryder. He has 5. Williams scanning the floor. Here's O'Neal. Shaq punishing the defense inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Vancouver trails by 12. O'Neal a screen on Jennings. Williams dishes to O'Neal. The kick out to Williams. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Exum passes to Jennings. Exum sets a screen for Jennings. Pass to Stackhouse. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Ryder. This one for 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Pacers leading by 6. Outside Jennings. Now here's Exum. 5 points in the game, and the Pacers can't get it to go. Beasley finds Williams. And here's Shaq. From 11 feet away. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Williams against Jennings. Pass to Exum. It's back to Jennings. Hits it from 3-point range. Jennings has got 25 points in the game.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Outside Williams. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little over 3.5 minutes gone by. And now a look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
Indiana leading by 7. And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella. Last year, getting it done. 4th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
And, you know, once O'Neal flips the switch, folks, there's no stopping him. He's going to do what he wants to do and take whatever he wants to take.
Jennings with the bucket.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Vancouver trails by 10. Outside Williams. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Ryder. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Williams. He's got 5 to the paint. Outside for Nene. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Williams can't hit.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
It's good. And now it's a 12-point Pacer lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Ryder. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Stackhouse, and the Pacers on another 3.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Grizzlies. Down by 15. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's O'Neal. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 8th assist here tonight.
Boy, they keep feeding Shaq, and he keeps scoring. The big guy giving his team exactly what they want.
Now, here's Exum. He has 5. Jennings can't get it to go.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
Pass to Ryder. 44 seconds left in the third. O'Neal is screen on Jennings. Shot clock at 5. Oh, the jam by O'Neal!
Putting a little extra on that throwdown. Oh, the Shaq attack is real.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Outside Jennings. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Vancouver trails by 11. Outside Williams. Nene with the screen on Jennings. Pass to O'Neal. Down low. Nene. And slam dunk by Nene.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Keep working the game, possession by possession. Keep doing everything hard. Down there, let's get some stops.
Wow, imploring his guys to lock in, Greg, defensively.
The defensive intensity is going to be critical. The offense will come, but you need the defense to bring effort.
And And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Jennings out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Anderson Varejao. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. And it's Mills in at the 4.
Shoot two.
That's good from O'Neal.
He does not look very comfortable at the line. This very well could be Shaquille O'Neal's kryptonite.
That one is no good.
He's over 7 feet tall and well north of 300 lbs. Shaq is a mountain of a man and as unique a big guy as we've had in the league in its history. But I think what makes him so special, he moves extremely well at that size.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The Pacers making the shot. Prince finds Stoudemire. Vancouver working the ball around now. Jacks up a 3. Drop that one. The Indiana lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Prince.
And you see the power, but O'Neal shares it nicely as well.
It's back to Jennings. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Shaq. That's good from Brandon Jennings.
And the one thing that Jennings gives this team is speed. He's got tremendous speed, whether it's the quick release or his authoritative takes to the basket.
Now here's Beasley.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. You're much better off making him go to the line.
Nene, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Brown outside. Pass to Varejao. Back to Brown. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's Jennings outside. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. Vancouver trails by 7 to the inside. Here's Nene, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Varejao finds Pondexter. Outside Jennings. Lets it go from deep. Unable to get that one. Vancouver has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Stoudemire in the corner. O'Neal against Varejao. They get it back. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Nene.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions, when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Thank you, Allie. And Vancouver with the possession here after Indiana gets the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
O'Neal's checked in for Nene. And a change for the Paisley with the bounce pass. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Shaq.
One of the reasons he was the first overall pick in the draft. A big fella coming up big at a big moment.
Jennings can't get it to go.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Shaq. Now Williams. Williams outside. takes the three. Cleared away by Capella.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Williams. After Dante Exum's bucket, O'Neal is double. Here's Ryder. Oh, what a finish.
Big bucket from a big man. Shaq is special.
And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up for Indiana. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Fires the three. O'Neal there for the rebound.
Well, another 10-cut moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Focus from O'Neal.
When Shaquille O'Neal gets the position he wants inside, it doesn't matter what the defense does. He's putting it in the basket.
Now Jennings. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. The shot is good.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
Vancouver trails by 4. There's a screen by Williams. Here's O'Neal. O'Neal is double. Brilliant. And get the three.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Jennings against Williams. Verjao with a screen on Williams. Stolen by O'Neal. In transition, here comes Vancouver. Cleared away by Capella. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
4-point game. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the foul.
And that's an intentional foul. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Talk about much in the clutch. Big trip to the line there.
And we have a timeout called by Tomas Isolo. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Brandon Jennings taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. The Grizzlies on offense. It drops.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 5. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Team is in the penalty. Shooting for the Pacers, Brandon.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And Vancouver with the possession here. Williams outside. The three doesn't go. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away. Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable.
Coming up next. Both of these teams need a win badly tonight, Grant. Neither has been playing to their potential as of late.
You know, you can really sense the desperation in the air. A win here would be a big step in the right direction for either squad. And BA, a loss could set them back even further.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. We've got Drew Holiday. Griffin is out there with Sadiq Bey. And it's Mirson in at the center position.
Yo, what a dish from Bey. Kept his eyes up the floor and found an open teammate.
They set the pick. Pass to Rice. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Ooh, Griffin with the steal. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Good work there as it goes.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. I love it.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
And the three-pointer goes.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Finley. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And here's Harris. Outside Holiday. Misses the 3. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Finley. Over Harris. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
It's Griffin, high post. Outside Holiday, 4 on the clock. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Here's Mirson. Rebound Miami. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Harris passes to Mirson. Outside Holiday. Pass to Griffin. Takes a 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Shows you how far Griffin has come as a shooter. Zero hesitation on the catch and shoot.
They set the pick. Smith passes to Swift. It's stolen by Holiday. Going all the way to the rack. And Griffin slams it in.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead. Holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Smith passes to Finley. Ball stolen. Harris finds Holiday. Outside for Bey. Pass to Mirasan. Back to Bay. To the paint. Knocked away. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Now here's Harris. 5 to shoot. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 7 points.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Let's go, fans. Give it up for your Heat High Squad. You guys get out and show some love for your Heat High Squad.
Julius Randle's checked in for Griffin. All right, let's take a moment to have a look at which point guards have posted the highest scores over the last month. Number 5 is Drew Holiday.
You know, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded offensive talents in the league.
Well, that's one of the biggest changes in the league over the years. Point guards are now expected to score. They have to do more than just pass.
Here's Finley. Back to Smith. Pass to Finley. Here's Swift. Shot to stop the run, and he comes up with a bucket. Swift's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Heat trail by 9. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Back to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Now here's Holiday. Still no points. Over Smith. And Campbell pulls it down. The Heat have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Pass to Swift. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Swift's got 8.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Now here's Smith. Here's Finley. Out to the right wing. Miami moving it around. Swift, the pass to Finley. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Here's Harris. He has 7. Shoots. Mirasan, that's good. Give him 8.
Assist goes to Devin Harris.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the opening quarter. And there's a pick. Here's Smith. Mirasan pulls it in.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Randle, left side. Outside Holiday. And out of bounds. The Heat will take it. And so it's the Detroit Pistons closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off. Jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
They've got Josh Christopher, and it's Thor in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Bay. Six to shoot. Screen by Griffin. Pulls up, high post. Bay, no good.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And more of a rotational player at this stage, Clint Capella still does a few things really well, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., he makes a difference as a rim runner, crashing the glass, contesting shots. He is a valuable part of the rotation.
Now here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. Pass to Mirasan. Outside for Bay. The 3 is up. Rebound Miami. This is their first game against Detroit this season.
Last year, they won the season series. Felt like a pretty even matchup then.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Detroit. Griffin outside. Bay outside. Back to Griffin. Three-pointer, Holiday. And again, the Pistons missing. Heat trail by 5. Christopher, pass to Lopez, and it's Lopez with the jam.
Well, this is what happens when you give Lopez this kind of position inside. What a dunk.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Everybody, let's get loud.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Looking at our 2K leaderboard, these teams have been absolutely fantastic hitting the offensive boards. 5th best, the Pistons.
They've poured in a lot of second chance points recently, and that can be huge for your offense.
Detroit leading by 3. Outside Holiday. Buries it from 3. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Here's Christopher, following the three-pointer by Detroit.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And there's the lob, and Griffin slams it in.
And that right there was vintage Blake Griffin. After all his injuries, it's awesome to see him hammer down the alley-oop.
Smith outside. Pass to Lopez. Mirasan pulls it in. Mirasan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harris on the wing. He's got 7. Outside Holiday for 3. Rebound Miami. Campbell's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
May passes to Holiday. For 3, here's Harris. That one falls. Nice speed that time from Holiday. Harris has got 10.
Well, the veteran floor general Holiday is a fantastic distributor, someone that understands how to involve his teammates.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Trail by 9. Smith with it. He's scoreless. Pass to Finley. Smith with a screen on Harris. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Finley can't hit. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Pistons. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Bay with a screen on Smith. Back to Bay. Lets the 3 fly. And Detroit another 3.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. There's a screen. Up top Smith. He's covered by Holiday. Here's Finley. He's got 5. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. He has 7.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Come on, fans. Let's give a huge mighty welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
And the Pistons making a change here. Kleba's checked in. A minute 58 left in the second. Detroit leading by 10. Outside Holiday. Fires from deep. Rebound Miami. Campbell's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
It's good. Campbell's got his second basket on the night.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you, Brian.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And so here is Miami following the three-pointer by Detroit. Here's Swift. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Outside Holiday. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Bass, he's checked in for Kleba. Now here's Smith. No points so far. Pass to Swift. Blocked! Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Holiday with the ball. Guarded by Smith. Holiday passes to Bass. Bay outside. From the wing. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Bay's got his third basket on the night right there.
Right there. Bay just taking what the defense allows. Good shot.
Here's Swift. And so it's Detroit. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
The NBA has a lot of great athletes, but if you look up and down this list, you see some of the most athletic guys in the world at any sport.
Yeah, there's a beauty to just watching these guys fly. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Detroit Pistons.
Their three-point.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Heat trail by 11. And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Griffin is out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Harris in at the 2.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Now here's Holiday. Griffin, a screen on Smith. Holiday passes to Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
The high basketball IQ of Holiday really shines through when he's running pick and roll.
Now here's Smith. No points yet. Here's Rice. Sinks the tray.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
The Pistons lead by 8. About a minute played here in the second half. Three-pointer, Holiday. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
What an answer from Holiday. He's definitely a threat from beyond the arc when he's motivated like that.
Now here's Smith. Pass to Swift. Shot blocked. Oh, there's the alley. And Griffin slams it in.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. take a look at the leaderboard and see which players were the top shooters from three-point land this past month. Blake Griffin, #1.
Sometimes you get into a rhythm from long range, and you can ride that stretch for a while.
Smith with it. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Finley. Mirasan pulls it in. Mirasan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harris finds Holiday. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Shoots from 14, and Campbell pulls it down.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Price.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Now at the line,
Shoot 2.
And he drops the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. And Griffin slams it in.
A little extra spice on that one from Griffin, showing off his athleticism for all the fans.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Swift. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Detroit leading by 11. Now Holiday. He's got 6. Pass to Harris. Up top, Griffin. Detroit moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Holiday drains the triple. Holiday's got 9.
Well, if you look at Holiday's three-point numbers, they're more than solid. It's an underrated part of his game.
Now here's Smith. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Tipped. Here's Harris. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And that one good.
Look, the defense was there, but he made a great adjustment at the rim.
For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Christopher, he's checked in for Miami. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out the breakdown where the assists have been coming from for Miami.
And their backcourt has done the bulk of the passing. Sometimes the ball handlers will look to score more down the stretch when the team is down. We'll see if that becomes more of a focus. Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Smith passes to Finley. That three's off the mark.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Takes it inside. Pass to Smith. Here's Swift. Defended by Griffin. Here's Finley. Here's Swift. 14 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Smith. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Griffin passes to Holiday. Bay from long range. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Heat trail by 19. And here's Smith. It's Christopher on the wing. And count it from 19 feet away.
Rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Pass to Bay. Screen by Griffin. The three. And the Pistons, another three.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. How about Blake Griffin with a strong contribution so far in this one?
He's been on a mission, attacking the basket all game long. I'm curious to see what adjustments they can make.
So for the Pistons, Randall, he's checked in for Griffin, and it's Flynn in for Harris. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Here's Abdul Rauf. He's scoreless. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Here's Flynn. Pass to Bay.
Miami foul.
The Heat making a switch here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Now in the game for Miami, number 44, Glenn Rice.
1:02 left in the third quarter. Outside Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. They set the pick. Back to Bay. Three-pointer. And Detroit another three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Miami has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Miami moving it around. Here's Thor. Over to the left wing. Here's Lopez. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet.
Yeah, this is the depth touch Lopez has developed. He knows how to adjust his power for the mid-range.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Bay with a screen. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Christopher. Pass to Lopez. Here's Thor. Jacks up a three. It's been all about Sadiq Bey for the Pistons, doing some damage from deep. He now has 5 3-pointers in the game. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Urging his team to go on a run here, Coach Spoelstra.
They have what it takes. I mean, Coach Spo trying to spark a fire here.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Brook Lopez. And it's Thor in at power forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Well, that's a great effort. Unwilling to let that possession die.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Pass to Lopez. There's a screen. Tries it from the top of the key. And Bay pulls it down. The Pistons lead by 23. Here's Flynn. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Lopez. And stolen by Holiday. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Griffin. Lets it go from deep. Here's the second effort. Murasan, that's good. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Pistons?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
Outside Holiday. Screen by Griffin. From outside the arc. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Here's Rice. Misses the baby hook. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. 4-3. Rice grabs the miss. For Miami, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Christopher drills it from deep.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Both teams will make substitutions.
Switch. Rebound. Kick it out. Who's got Holiday?
Yeah!
Rice. See up on Holiday. Oh, get some.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's tonight, and I'm looking forward to this trade. We're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. 2 of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. James Wiseman's out there with Weber. Then there's Scotty Barnes. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Barrows in at the shooting guard. Now here's Simmons. After the miss from Chris Weber. Simmons, a screen on Mitchell. Pocket 6. Outside for Simmons. Up again. Cousins on the follow.
And the instincts are there for Cousins. If they can line up with the raw skill, look out.
Weber outside. Pass to Barrows. Back to Weber. Mitchell in the corner. From outside the arc. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's a screen. Simmons left side. Pass to Cousins. Wiseman with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Mitchell passes to Barnes. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple. Scouting for Toronto unsuccessful. It was a loss to New Jersey.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Now here's Barnes after Ben Simmons' miss. Barnes finds Mitchell. Barnes outside. Tries it from the top of the key. And Simmons with the rebound.
Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
Cousins dishes to Dragic. Cousins with a screen on Mitchell. Back to Cousins. Wide open look. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Here's Barrows. Mitchell wide open. A three-pointer is right on target. Mitchell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Toronto. Mitchell against Dragic. Steps back. Here's Caspi to stop the drought. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Toronto. So he gets them both. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Barrows the pass to Barnes. Pass to Barrows. Barnes outside. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You just can't teach size and length, and Wiseman beats everyone to the ball for that second chance opportunity.
Down low, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Here's Barrows. Hasn't made one yet. Weber a screen. Nobody near Barnes. Misses the 3. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Simmons inside. Barnes on him. Here's Simmons, covered by Barnes. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Pass to Barrows. Here's Barnes. Toronto working the ball around now. Weber with a screen on Simmons. And that one's good. Barnes.
My goodness, Scotty Barnes, no hesitation from the next zip code.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
different look here. Monroe's checked in for Cousins. Boozer comes in for Trey Murphy. Jalen Green's checked in for Caspi. And it's Pritchard in for Goran Dragic. Rogers checked in for Toronto. There's 1:59 left to play here in the first. They kick it out to Green. Screen by Monroe. Outside, Simmons. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Dunleavy. Still scoreless. Weber a screen. A 3 from Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Pritchard passes to Boozer. Back to Pritchard. Boozer with the screen for Pritchard. Pass to Monroe. From deep, Green. Rogers pulls it in. Toronto leading by 5. Here's Dunleavy. From deep. Kept alive. Green against Barnes. The tray. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And so Green will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Launches it. The rebound by Chris Webber. Pass to Dunleavy. Back to Webber. Over Boozer. And Chris Webber with the bucket on the assist by Dunleavy. And the Raptors lead by 7.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
And here's Green outside. And so it's Toronto heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Carlos Boozer out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Green, then it's Gary Harris, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Now here is Harris. No scoring in this one. Pass to Barrett. There's the triple. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Mavericks trail by 7. Outside Dragic. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill. Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league. But my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
You know, you love it when he plays big. Overpowering move right there.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes here for the Mavericks. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Monroe. And Simmons subbed in for Gary Harris. Raptors also changing it up. Weber, he's checked in for Warren. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Rogers. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Green. Simmons, the bounce pass. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Here's Barrows. Here's Coleman. He's covered by Boozer. Now Mitchell takes the 3. Good on the triple. And now it's a 10-point Raptor lead.
Boy, defensively, you deserve to get torched from deep if you leave him that open. My goodness.
Rockets against Mitchell. Pass to Simmons. Shot clock at 5. Inside, there's Boozer, and Boozer throws it down.
Yeah, that's great execution on the play by Boozer. You can tell the young guy has a good head for the game.
Mitchell passes to Dunleavy. Mitchell a screen on Simmons. Pass to Barrows. And he can't bank that one in. Mavericks trail by 8. Cousins dishes to Green. Now Dragic from the arc. That one no good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Barrows the pass to Coleman over Boozer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Caspi's checked in.
One shot.
That free throw good from Boozer.
And I've got a feeling Boozer's going to get to the line quite a bit in his career.
Mitchell passes to Weber. Back to Mitchell. It's stolen by Dragic. Simmons left side. And Barnes sends it back.
Boy, big-time denial from Scotty Barnes. Use that frame to your advantage.
Trey Murphy's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Green comes in for Goran Dragic. Outside, Simmons. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Green with the jam.
And once Green gets the ball there, not much you can do defensively.
Mitchell passes to Barnes. Mitchell a screen on Green. Pass to Coleman. It's stolen by Green. Outside, Simmons. To the wing right side. Caspi. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. And now just a 1-point Raptor lead. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
Check in for Rodgers. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. 5th, the Raptors.
Yeah, they were incredibly accurate on free throws last season. They are an organization that doesn't neglect an important part of the game.
.152 left in the first half. Back to Mitchell. Can they get it? Weber can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Toronto. Barnes outside. Shot from 12. Green with the rebound. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Simmons. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the second quarter. Misses for the 5th time this game, marking it 1 for 6. Mitchell looking it over. Now here is Weber. Basket counts. Weber's got his second basket of the night.
Come on now, that's easy money.
The Mavericks have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. On the wing, Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 9. Coleman, no good. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Cousins kicks to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Back to Cousins. That one drops for him. Cousins has got the lead up to 3 now for the Mavs.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Dallas as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
And I'm here with Coach Jason Kidd. Tell me, Coach, what do you want your defensive priorities to be in the second half?
Well, they got some talented guys on that side, so we got to protect the paint. And, we got to contest the twos. We're giving up too many layups, but we settled in here, so we're in a good spot.
No easy ones for them in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny, don't be jealous. I say LA is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot.
And now let's discuss that first half. The Mavs in a tight one.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game...
And that concludes halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you have to like what we're seeing from Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. They've got Mitchell. Weber is out there with Barnes. Then there's James Wiseman. And it's Barrows in at the 2. Raptors trail by 3. Weber outside. Pass to Barrows. There's the pick from past the arc. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Simmons passes to Caspi. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Caspi's got 7 points.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Barnes.
I think this is a key aspect moving forward for Scotty Barnes. Make them guard you in the mid-range.
Outside Dragic for Mitchell. No good from Dragic. Toronto's shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Barnes finds Mitchell. Back to Barnes. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
To Weber. And there it is for him. 6 points for him.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Well-timed pass, and it goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. Weber a screen. Barnes with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Barrows. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Mitchell against Dragic. To the right side. Cousins, no one around him, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Well, dialing it up from distance, something we know DeMarcus Cousins has added to his bag.
Mitchell passes to Barnes. Mitchell sets the screen for Barnes. Back to Mitchell. 3-pointer. Good on the 3-point shot. Mitchell's got 12 points in the game.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jalen Green's checked in for the Mavericks. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Ben Simmons third.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Dallas moving it around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Cousins is a force on offense. He's good at setting the tone with the ball.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
The first one falls.
And for Cousins, he has all the tools needed to be a star, but it's going to come down to maturity and controlling that tempo.
No good on the second free throw. Raptors trail by 3. Barnes kicks to Mitchell. Barnes looking around. Pass to Weber. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Mitchell passes to Weber. It's tipped and stolen by Simmons. At the elbow, Green. Pass to Dragic. Cousins with a screen for Dragic. 5 on the clock. From deep, Green drills the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Barnes outside. Pass to Barnes. Shot from the wing. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barrows has got his second bucket of the game to go. Now, here's Green. He's guarded closely. Outside Dragic. And here is Cousins. He's covered by Wiseman. And Wiseman sends it back.
And on a per-minute basis, Wiseman already gets a lot of blocks, and his defensive awareness will only improve with time.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. It's deflected. Stolen by Weber. To the wing on the left. And that one's good. Barrows. And now just a 3-point Dallas lead.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. There was a struggle in that first.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. He's checked in for Cousins. Boozer comes in for Trey Murphy. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Goran Dragic.